First time snowshoeing this year. I felt like the snow was maybe a little too deep to ride the bike on, but I don't know, it might not be. But this is how you make your own bike trail. Snowshoe where you want to ride, go over it a few times, and then you generally have a pretty nice bike trail after that. If you got a park space or even in your yard, get some snowshoes, just walk where you want the trail to be, and go over it 3 or 4 times, let it set up for a day or two, and then it's really no problem. You can pretty much make a fat bike trail wherever you want to. So snowshoeing is really not my favorite thing to do. It's okay, but it does help the trail a lot for the fat bike, so it's worth it. And if the snow's too deep, it's really all you can do to get a trail going. Having a good pair of snowshoes that have some float is it's really the way to go. So I do really want to make a track around this field, but I gotta make it in a way that is kind of doesn't seem like people would want to walk it. Otherwise they will. And you gotta put really slow turns in it. You don't want to have too sharp of turns. Otherwise it makes it really difficult. So we'll make it in a way that doesn't obviously go somewhere. See if we can get through here. I only snowshoed this a couple times. Looks like someone walked through here. Sucks, but snowshoed this a couple times, and we got a little bit more new snow on top. Some wind. Ooh, a little bit of spinning. Not bad though. Okay, here's the first test. So 2 days ago, I snowshoed around this field once. Yesterday, I came back and did like 3 or 4 laps on this. We got a little new snow, and I'm hoping it's set up. This field has right around 2 feet of snow, I guess, in it or so. It's a little over knee high. And well, let's just see if we can even ride around it. This is how you make your own fat bike trail with snowshoes. It's maybe pretty difficult. Running 3 psi in the front and about 3.5 in the rear. I'm sinking in pretty good, but I am pedaling. Obviously, this is going to leave a pretty big rut, even if I make it around. Well, I might have to come snowshoe this again. It's pretty deep. Oh, you can see where my foot just punches through the trail. Some sections are okay, then I just hit a really soft spot where my rear tire sinks in. That's hard work. We made it around once, and I have to say, as often the case, the second lap around was even more difficult. You can see, super frustrating. I'm sweating like crazy now, but this has never been ridden, just snowshoed a few times. So you punch through in places, and if you fall off the bike, you sink up to your knees. Oh, it's not ready. And it's supposed to be warm tomorrow, which isn't going to help, but maybe set up overnight. I'll probably come snowshoe it one more time. It'll be a lot better, and try to smooth out these ruts again. But yeah, that's really frustrating riding there. And just so you know, you'd never make a rut like that on a groomed trail. If you're doing that, you need to get off the trail, because that's not proper trail etiquette. These are my own trails though. I made this, so I can mess it up as much as I want. It isn't gonna wreck it for anybody else, so keep that in mind. It's not like going to a nice groomed trail, but if you have park space, you know, baseball fields, soccer fields, anything like that around your house, you can make your own trail. And I've said it before, but what I love about having my own trail is it gets me out and riding pretty much every day. Because, oh, now I'm off trail. Because of the minimal effort. You just grab your bike and walk out of the house and go. You know, and if you're not into it, you just turn around and go home. It makes it really easy. All this stuff that we've ridden before and snowshoed yesterday, it's fully rideable. It's just a little bit difficult. All right, we'll check in with the field after we've gone around it a couple more times. It'll start to get a lot better. Okay. Now you saw after I did my first couple laps on here in pretty big ruts, I came back the next day, snowshoed it a couple more times and rode it a couple times. So it's really warm today, but the trail is definitely a lot more rideable now. If it doesn't all melt this week, the more we ride it, it should get pretty smooth. This is how you can make your own trail in deep snow with your snowshoes and a bike. Yeah, it's riding pretty good. A little bit bumpy just because it hasn't been ridden more than a few times. Like every lap it gets a little smoother.